Welcome back to Wave of Dawker. State of the Orioles address. It's bad. It's bad. Like and subscribe. Let's get into it. Orioles just lost 24-2 to the Cincinnati Reds. Yeah. It's really something right now. We're currently 9-12. I think we're 2.5 out of a wild card spot. It's rough. And granted, it's early. But look, minus 20. That's tied for third worst in the AL. That's tied for, holy shit, minus 51. It's bad. Yeah, let's just go through some splits here. So through 21 games, our best hitter Cedric Mullins batting .284, 6 home runs, 5 doubles, 15 walks, which is fucking awesome. 3 steals. He's OPS and over 1,000. Awesome stuff. And then it's just fucking whoa. Goddamn, what are we doing? Ryan O'Hearn's playing really well, but I guess he's not qualified just because he's a platoon bat, which is a bummer. But just look at this shit, dude. What the fuck is this? Holy fuck. Why is it only showing 5 players? What the fuck is going on? What is this? Here we go. So yeah, you look at Ryan O'Hearn in 16 games, he's batting .296, 3 home runs. Kersaw's looking nice, but you got hit in the elbow. And obviously, pitching has been the biggest issue. It's the worst qualified earned run average in the fucking league. Here we go. I'm curious what we're not bottom in. So let's see. Who's worst in whip? Us. $1.60. Who's worse in opponent average? Us. Opponent's batting .296. Who's the worst in earned run average? Us, with a team earned run average of .543. What else? What else is there? Let's expand this. Let's go to, I don't know. No, these are kind of lame. But you get the point. Pitching has obviously been a weak point. Charlie Morton just looks like a fucking cadaver on the mound. Cade Povich, while I am a Cade Povich truther, as put together. Let's see. Let's look at these games here. So that game against Boston, I was a fan of. He looked great. A little rough in Kansas City. I thought he looked great in Toronto. He hasn't put together a lot of, I don't know. I'm really I'm not being very articulate right now, but I think that's fair as an Orioles fan to kind of be rough. But let's keep going down the rotation. Dean Kramer, my guy, just had a fucking awesome start in a time that was kind of really necessary after losing that first game against Cleveland. Going 5 1/3, 1 earned run, fucking baller. This start against Arizona was mid, but you got no run support, so I didn't really care. I wasn't really mad at that. This start against Kansas City was great, put the team in a position to win. And then this start against Toronto was ugly. But 5 1/3, got the win. Dean Kramer, you'll never do anything wrong. Tomoyuki Sagano's looking also really great. Where are you at? He just went 7 innings, 2 earned runs, best start from the Orioles, or best start lengthwise for an Orioles pitcher so far this season. By a guy not named Zach Eflin. Yeah, in 7 innings, 2 earned runs. He's sitting at a 3.18, 2-0. He's been nice. He's a veteran. He has nasty. He has good stuff. There's a confidence on the mound with him. Once Eflin's back, I'll be curious to see how that pans out. But I mean, Charlie Morton, man, this is just. I mean, you hate to see it. I mean, this guy's longtime dude. I think 2 World Series is. But I mean, he's just out of it. Like, he's just not who you want to see on the mound anymore. Like, yeah, 2 World Series. But I mean, holy shit, dude. Like, minus .6 WAR, 0-4, 8.84 ERA, a fucking almost 2 WHIP. Holy shit. Almost 12 hits per 9. Almost, over 5 walks per 9. Almost 2. It's just bad. Like, his stuff is just not there. And it's just, I hate to see it. Like, he should have hung him up, honestly. But obviously, if you're getting paid $50 million for a 1-year deal on a team that, has talent, why not bet on yourself there? I don't know. It's just been, I mean, we're 9-12. Like, it's not like we're bottom feeding. Like, I mean, let's take a look around the league. We could be the White Sox. We could be the Twins. We could be, like, we don't have the worst record in the league. But I think if there was a, let's see. I mean, let's pull up like a drawing tool. Paint. Okay. Let's zoom in a little bit here. Image. All right, maybe like, oh, here we go. Okay. So we're making a graph here. X-axis, obviously. Y-axis. So this bottom one, we're going to say is expectations, I guess. I'm using the cursor, so pardon my... You get it. Expectations. That's terrible. And then record. So, as we look at the wow, that was terrible. As we look at the standings around the league, let's say the Yankees. The Yankees are, in terms of expectations and record, they're like here. High expectations. We're just the American League champs. Obviously, losing Juan Soto is terrible. But the record, I mean, they're first in the American League East. They have the best record in the American League. They're right where they want to be. Take a look at the Tigers. They're right in the same spot. I'd say they have lower expectations. Obviously, that playoff run last year was great. But, you have the best pitcher in baseball and a roster that got better. Obviously, getting Gleyber Torres, Jack Flaherty, with Riley Green getting better, Torkelson getting better. Like, you have a lot of Jackson Jobe coming up. Like, they're right around there. The Rangers, probably in an identical spot. They just won the World Series a few seasons ago, so I'd say they're probably, like, in the same spot as the Tigers. New York Mets, same thing. National League Championship last season. I think they have really high expectations, obviously signing Juan Soto, and they have a better record than the Yankees, so they're up there. Chicago Cubs. I think they're probably going to go, like, here. I don't think you could say, I mean, obviously, kind of that mercenary thing with Kyle Tucker trading for him and kind of in like a win now sort of thing, especially in a relatively competitive National League Central, at least with those top 3 teams. I think they're probably going to be right around there. San Diego Padres. Up here. High expectations. NLDS last season. Have one of the most talented rosters in the league, one of the best rotations in the league. So the teams atop the standings are high. And then you look at the Baltimore Orioles. American League East champs 2023, 101 wins. Last season, 91 wins. Swept in the wild card round against the Kansas City Royals. Hasn't won a playoff game since 2014. 3 former top prospects on the roster. One coming off a 9-WAR season. Having 5 All-Stars, obviously losing one of the faces of your franchise in Santander. But then, obviously not really going out and getting anybody, getting Tyler O'Neill. a full season of Eflin, expectations are high, but then the record, I think the Orioles are here. And then like kind of like I don't know, there's teams in like a similar spot to the Orioles, or like a similar kind of disposition, or not disposition, but whatever. But I mean, you can see what I'm saying with this graph, right? Like you don't want to be here. Like that's terrible. Like you want to be you want to be up here, obviously. Like higher is better. Like this is how the graph is going, and we're down here. Like what are we doing? It's rough. Mike Elias and Brandon Hyde just kind of have no sense of urgency. They kind of just say the same shit over and over again. Actually, you know what? Let's listen to what Brandon Hyde had to say in his post game press conference. Here we go.
We haven't heard anything from the if anything's bothering him. I haven't talked to him since the outing, but he's just struggling.
Brian, are you concerned that he's not going to be able to figure things out with the way he's been pitching?
Yeah, I mean, I've been with Charlie for 5 starts, so he's got a track record of having a really good career, and right.
Shut the fuck up. He is 41 years old, 2 World Series, 2 All-Stars. He's never been this top level ace guy. Like, sure, he has a great career, but you're getting him on a 1-year, $15 million deal. That's just ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, I've been with Charlie for 5 starts, so he's got a track record of having a really good career, and right now he's having a tough time. The command's not, he walked a bunch today again, and then just had a tough time getting through. When a day we really desperately needed some innings, that was a challenge.
Once he was struggling there in the third, and you had to go get him. Did you kind of know it was going to turn out that you'd have to use position players?
Not at that point. It was 6-1. I'm hoping that Petit could give us 3 to 4 innings.
Also, the whole Petit thing, DFAing blew it after he looked like one of our best long relief guys. Granted, over like 2 games, which is ridiculous, and then trading him for cash considerations of the Braves like 2 hours after the worst loss since 2008. Fucking Mike Elias, dude.
If that's the case and we're in the game, I had a few guys that I would use.
And also, we demoted Brandon Young and brought up this Petit guy who had like a 6 ERA in the minors to replace Brandon Young, and then also, like I said, DFAing blew it. It's just ridiculous.
And I didn't want to use Sir Anthony, Cano, Soto. So, unfortunately, that was, it's embarrassing. It's not what you want to do on Easter Sunday in front of your home crowd. You want to
shut up.
You want to compete.
I mean, look at this like body language. I mean, like, I'm so out with Brandon Hyde right now, and it's just like he looks the same in the dugout. Like he's just always top step, not even top step. Like he's just like buried in there with the same fucking look where he's just like I don't know. Like I wouldn't be surprised if it cuts to him and he's like knuckle deep in his nose. Like he doesn't like inspire anything in me. Like I don't look to him and be like, that's my manager, man. Like he's thinking about the game right now. Like I feel like he's only thinking about like the box of like butterscotch crimpets he has in his office.
With a game like that, when it does get out of hand,
Just want it to be over as fast as possible.
Is there anything you can take away from a game like this? I mean,
look at this fucking box, dude. Austin Wynns just fucking reamed us. Austin Hayes, same thing. Like, these guys just fucking walked all over us. It's just ridiculous, dude.
Westbrook swings, and good to see Adley go deep. Besides that, not much.
there's been a lot of talk of kind of the up and down nature of the season so far, the inconsistency. When you have performances like that repeatedly, like a great game and then a bad game.
Well, it's really, I mean, look at our starts this series. We didn't get through the first game, 4 innings, or it was 3 1/3 or something, 4, and then 2 1/3. And you're just not going to be able to win games that way. You're going to win once in a while because you're going to outscore teams, but it's not how you win Major League Baseball games.
Mike Elias, are you hearing that? I don't understand it. like 2023. Like let's think what was our rotation? We had Bradish, Grayson, Gibson. Let's actually pull it up. So this 2023 Orioles team won 101 games. No, not this. Hold on. Here we go. So let's see here. Yeah. So these are the guys that made a majority of their starts. Obviously, there was some, spot starts from Cole Irvin, John Means, obviously, with batting injury. But, I mean, I just... like Bradish, Cy Young 4. Grayson, one of his first... I think this was his first full season. Dean Kramer, my fucking guy. Look at that. Kyle Gibson giving us length. Then we go out and trade for Corbin Burns. 1 season. Mercenary deal kind of thing. Last year of his deal. Obviously, he kind of struggled in August and had like a really great September. But I mean, Corbin Burns, Cy Young 5. Dean Kramer, not as good as 2023, but still great. Grayson looked better, obviously battling injury. This is injury prone, getting Zach Eflin at the deadline. Cole Irvin looking great, and then trading him. Povich coming up late, having a solid few starts later in the year. Yeah, I mean Eflin in limited time looked fantastic. Bradish before his injury looked fantastic. Go out and get Corbin Burns, offer him a pretty solid deal, and then he, and I don't know. I'm not super torn up about Burns, but like I feel like you could have sensed that you weren't getting him, and instead of going out and maybe making a shot at Cease, maybe making a shot at Crochet, maybe making a shot at I don't know, one of the Seattle arms, at Sandy Alcantara, like any of these guys, he goes out and gets Charlie Morton, and granted Sugano's been fantastic, but you get a 36-year-old NPB star. Like how is that? That is not like it's not equal at all. It's ridiculous. And I would love to wake up tomorrow to a Jeff Passan notification that the Orioles are moving on from Mike Elias and Brandon Hyde. But no, that's not the case. They are in cahoots with one another, and Rubenstein just does not seem like he just wants to throw hats and boost his ego with his dumbass bobblehead, dude. Like, it's just, I'm glad that we are not a, bottom of the barrel, gutter, talentless ball club, but there is immense talent on this team, and it's just not being maximized, and we're, if this continues, we're going to see our stars walk out the door, and it's going to be another, from like 2031 to 2034, it's going to be the same shit from 2018 to 2021, and it's just going to cycle. It's been almost, 17, almost 40, like 5, or like 40, like 43 years since our last pennant in World Series. I haven't won a playoff game since 2014, and that's just, like Mike Elias, fantastic talent evaluator, obviously getting Adley, Gunnar in the same draft, drafting Westberg, drafting Holiday, like drafting all these studs, but he hasn't been able to draft and develop a quality pitching prospect, and he just fails to maximize talent and window, and I just can't do it anymore.
What this start to the season really boils down to is that the rotation just has not done.
Yeah, I mean, just look at the numbers.
Anything on Kerstad that you can tell us?
I was trying to stay away from him today, which I did, but it's just really, really sore. But he took some swings early, and if we got into a spot where maybe we needed a...
Any other press conference clips from this fucking crap? No, there's not. It's just, I don't know, man. I love this team to death. I'll never stop watching and loving the Orioles, but at some point, you need to shake it up. Like, you need to look at the writing on the wall. You need to look at, and, to be fair, Brandon had kind of gotten the lineup shit together. Like this today, I think, maybe with Kerstad instead of Lariana, but obviously there's a left era, whatever. But I think this was, the best 9 you could have put out there, and they just couldn't get bat to ball. But I mean, let's just look at stats. Like, they're just struggling. And I think honestly, if I had to like choose an aspect of this team to be mad at that isn't management, obviously, I think it would probably just be the inconsistency of the offense. Like, obviously, the pitching leaves a lot to be desired, and worst ERA in the league. But there's been a good handful of games this year where the starter goes, 4 1/3, 5 1/3, gives up 4 runs, and then we lose 4-0, or we lose 4-1. Like, obviously, you can't expect to go out there and score 4 or 5 runs a game, but I just feel that the offense just either scores 9 or they score 1, and that just can't happen. Like yesterday, the offense looked fantastic. Last Saturday, obviously after those first 3 innings, the offense looked fantastic. The home opener offense looked fantastic. The season opener offense, there's so many games where you just see like a little spark of what this offense could be, and then the next day they lose 24-2, and it's just, I just can't, I just don't understand. Like, I need either Michael Elias to make a big splash trading for a quality top of the line arm, because I love Zach Eflin, but I mean, this was like the same. This is how I was feeling during 2023 and like the 2023 offseason. Like, if you can find a way to make Kyle Bradish your second best pitcher, or your 2 guy in the rotation, that just automatically just like shoots up a team's potential. And I mean, went out and got Corbin Burns, and obviously his time with Kyle Bradish was short lived, but I'd say Eflin and Bradish are along the same wavelength of, arm talent and just kind of pitcher. Like, obviously they do different things, but I think if you had to give them an arbitrary rating, I think they'd be similar. Like, Eflin's great. He's been fantastic this year. Like, he is our ace just based on, how good he is. But if you can just find a way to make him our 2 or 3 guy, that just automatically just makes the rotation just so much deeper. And Michael Elias just refuses to do that. And we have the farm to do it. Like, we have Mayo, Fabian, Beavers. Like, there's guys down there that you can trade, and I think he's just scared. Like, he made that Burns trade, dealing Hall and Ortiz. I don't miss them. I'd rather us make that trade and not make it. And then, obviously trading Norby and Stowers for Trevor Rogers just being the worst trade ever. Getting Eflin for a bag of chips. Like, I don't know. Like, it's just, I just don't know what to expect anymore. And I don't really expect much. I mean, I don't know. I expect much. This is a talented team, but I'm just like, I keep just wanting things to change, but I just know they won't. And it's disheartening. This was like 20 minutes? Yeah, it was 25 minutes of me kind of saying virtually nothing, but I don't know. 9-12. April isn't even done yet. Eflin's on his way back. Grayson, who even knows? Maybe Adley and Westy start to heat up. They've had back-to-back, I think multi-hit games here. O'Hearn, hitting really well. Hopefully Kerstad's okay. Like, there is, a light at the end of this million-mile tunnel. Hopefully the offense, can... Like, obviously, baseball's going to baseball. Like, you're going to get shut out. But it's just kind of been this really just uncomfortable pattern of scoring 8 runs and then losing by 22 runs the next day. Like, I would just love some, consistency in a positive way. Because, obviously, maybe I'm a little spoiled off of, 3 seasons of 500 baseball. But this is a young team that is kind of, maybe halfway through their championship window, while every team around them, especially in-house, in division, is getting better. And your paramount deal is a 3-year deal with Tyler O'Neill and signing Charlie Morton for $15 million. It's just, I'm just, waking up in a cold sweat seeing Gunnar Henderson and like Adley and Holiday and Westberg in different jerseys, because the team failed to, not the team, Mike Elias failed to build a competent roster around them, and they had 7 straight seasons of 85 plus wins and nothing to show for it, and they just get tired, and then they go to those big market teams that actually spend money. They go to the Mets, they go to the Yankees, they go to the Dodgers, they go to San Diego, they go to Boston, they go to Chicago. These teams that are actually going out there and improving year by year instead of just being like, oh, we won 101 games and we kept 80% of the roster. Let's just do it again. That's just not how baseball works. I don't know. DFA Charlie Morton. Bring Kyle Gibson up. Fire Mike Elias. Fire Brandon Hyde. That's all I got. Not much of substance in this, but not much of substance in the Baltimore Orioles team right now. It's bleak. Off day tomorrow in Washington on Tuesday. Go O's. Fire Elias. Fire Hyde. Peace out.